Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
Today we're going to bring you our 2-year review of our Winnebago Micro Minnie 2106 FBS, which we changed to twin beds. And there's a lot of stuff that we still love about it. We're going to start with the outside, and a little chilly, so please forgive us for that. First thing we love about it, overall dimensions.
Yes.
It being less than 22 feet long. Whenever they ask the size, the paperwork actually says it's 21 feet. It's 21.11, but still put down 21 feet, and it just being 7 feet wide.
That's wonderful.
I cannot tell you every year how many times we say, I am so thankful it's just 7 feet wide. Nebraska National Forest, that campsite, we could have gotten in if it was 8 feet wide, but having that extra foot.
Coming here with construction.
Yeah, we're at Lake Ray Roberts. Our 96-year-old aunt passed away, and so we came up for the service and to help the family clean some stuff out. But anyway, coming here, and that was another thing, being able to find a site last minute. We could fit in any site, and so that definitely helped. Having the, I was going to take a look here for a second, having the Tandem Axles, we love that. It does help it to tow a little more smoothly, and we know that if we have problems with one tire, we've still got another one on each side. Just having 2 steps as we come in, and I want you to notice we've added a little reflective tape, and that has really come in handy. We did that because of dispersed camping and things like that, but that's come in handy.
And the 2 steps are actual steps. They're not ladders.
Yeah. The easy access for the propane tanks. I gotta tell you, I love that every time we get propane. Love having that easy access.
We haven't actually used it a lot, but the outside shower at the back is wonderful.
Yeah, the slide, it makes a big difference on the inside, but it is a small slide, and we do enjoy that. And yeah, the outside shower, a recent trip we were riding our bikes at Lake Arrowhead.
Yes.
And got to just a mud pit, and I told Mylena in time for her to stop, but my bike was just covered in mud, my shoes were covered in mud. And so we got back to our campsite, and having this outside shower was awesome. We really enjoyed that. But the slide, if you'll notice here, that is, I can easily measure, and that's basically 18 inches. Like I said, it's a small slide, so we really, as we're getting in a site, don't have to worry a lot about whether the slide will go out or not.
This is, never mind, that's not so no.
But but it makes a big difference inside. And it does come with a ladder. A lot of smaller RVs do not have that.
It did not come with it, but it makes me happy to have this on our spare.
Okay, so let's take a look inside. Okay, a couple of things we want to talk about in the bedroom area, and obviously we did go in and have ours converted to twin beds. We love the fact that he put the closet in the middle, because we each have our own side, and
either of us can read on a Kindle set for night, and the other one doesn't know it's on necessarily.
The other thing is we bought these bolsters, not really sure how well we would like them or not. I gotta tell you,
we use them all the time.
It's a great place. I have actually a little blanket that's rolled up and pushed back in the very depths of the curve. Then my pillow stands behind it. And I sit there. That's where I do most of the video editing when we're on the road. I can sit there and read, watch TV. And I really use the bolster a lot. It was a great addition, and something we wanted to mention. Okay, as I was in my nice warm house editing this video, I realized there were a couple of things that we didn't mention about the renovation in the bedroom. And they're huge things, and really for a couple of reasons why we love this RV so much. When we had the twin beds put in, we added actually 3 things. The little shelf that had been on the side, we put up here for the cat. By moving, getting the twin beds under mine, and we use this actually for storage as we are transporting anything that, like fans and stuff, but it gave us a dog crate for my dog, and then this is amazing. We each have a huge drawer for, I mean, that thing is, I should measure that for you, but it is huge drawer, and this is really, we each have a drawer where we put our clothes when we're traveling. And yes, it's Texas, and 2 days ago we got a snow and still have some of it, which is highly unusual for this part of Texas. But those renovations in the bedroom actually have made this just absolutely ideal. And then we each have one of these little plastic shoe holder things that we put up there to put various things in there when we're traveling. But like I said, that's a huge part of why we love this. And I will go on and show you that, yes, this is a hanging closet. We keep some jackets out here. And we love that. The other thing we had made were the curtains.
Thank you, Karen Curry.
And what we did is, this was just some material that I had found, and I'm sorry about the lighting here, some material that I'd found, and then we got a microfiber blanket to line them with, and
that makes such a difference to have that on the inside.
That helps with the heat, that helps with the cold, and it helps with the light. And
in the summer, I like it turned around.
We're not thrilled with the blinds that come in these.
No.
They're still there. We left them there, but they're up. And
I don't think we've pulled them down ever.
We use the curtains, and that has worked well for us. The curtain rods were just those little expandable things that I wedged up inside of the
And yes, they've come down probably
a few
twice.
times. But yeah,
three times.
It's no big deal.
No big deal to put them back.
Okay, the other thing, the curtain that comes with these, we like this. We use this quite a bit. It really does divide.
And not because of division necessarily, but because of the light coming off the
DVD player,
entertainment
system,
and the refrigerator. You don't realize how bright it is until you want it dark.
And if we're plugged in, the microwave also has light. Yeah.
And if we're doing if we're parked in a Walmart parking lot, they may have a lot of light, and we can pull it over far enough so that we don't get that.
Yeah. Okay, so spinning around, we're going to talk about a couple of things. And one is the couch. The couch is really comfortable. We do use the couch some, and honestly, if there's a time when you can't go to sleep in your bed, this couch for us is long enough that you can come stretch out on it, take a nap, get to sleep, things like that. We enjoy the couch. It is comfortable. This area, and let's just go on and take a look, we kind of evolved what we use this for. It is a charging station because the television is here. This is the only area that you cannot access when the slide is in. But we've also moved a cutting board over here, and that's worked well for us. This is a pantry. It holds, the bottom part here is a pantry. It holds a whole lot more than you're going to think it does. Up here we have our DVDs and stuff like that. And this is, like we said, a charging station. We got a bike battery here. But we put cameras, phones, whatever we can put over there.
And the reason we have a cutting board over there is because we have the camp stove set up here.
It's winter, and so we keep the camp stove inside. Now, we're going to talk about the remodel in the kitchen, and we have loved it. First of all, things about the Galley that we love. This little area coming out is wide enough to put dishes or bowls or whatever. This morning I had both coffee cups and both bowls lined up so I could fix coffee and oatmeal at the same time. We do have the camp stove set up. The two drawers that we've added here where we took out the oven, pull one of these out, put one of the drain covers there, and that works perfectly. We have a shelf liner here that we put this camp stove on, and it stays there while we're traveling. So we can we do have a a vent here. We have a window here, and we have a carbon monoxide detector down there. We took out a propane stove. We're using a propane stove, so we're fine with that. But
we do fold it down when we travel.
yeah, we fold it down. But this is where, I mean, we still have counter space. And the stove that was in here, I think they've changed this with the newer models, but it had a little, it was actually elevated, so you really didn't have a nice smooth counter. And we have...
This was your counter space.
Yeah, this little thing, plus the extension on the end. We really like that. The double sink, getting that in a small RV,
Yeah.
we use it a lot. We have really enjoyed that. Okay, the refrigerator, having a refrigerator with a separate freezer.
That freezer's not huge, but when we went to South Dakota, we packed it with enough.
We're just going to show you. We freeze water bottles, but then we cut the top off the water bottles, so we have, plus the door, that's a ton of freezer space in an RV this size. But like I'm going to tell them,
we didn't have to go to the store at all. We were gone for 28 nights. We had the meat we were using frozen or refrigerated if we were using it quickly.
yeah, meal size meat portions we froze, and then dry goods, we used the pantry here, and we had a couple of boxes in the van. And so we were really, really, really pleased.
And we didn't want to go to the store during COVID-19.
And one other thing that is a huge thing for an RV this size, and that is, so that is a full-size kitchen trash can, getting that shot so that you don't see all our trash, because we're getting ready to leave today, so the trash can's actually full. But having a full-size trash can there is huge. Then we do have this bag we got from Wall Drug that we use for recycle here.
Yes.
And so it opens up. The other thing we want to say, and we're not going to show, is the counter space that we made here was the table that comes with the RV.
Yes.
So it no longer rides behind our couch. That is a huge storage space
Yes.
there. And so that works well. One other thing in here, having the mirror on the back of the door is nice. A couple, the restroom is huge. We have our map where we put our states. We just went on and put that here. We have a medicine cabinet. Once again, we're traveling, so it's kind of full. Our closet, we added a shelf in here, and that really has helped. The hang-up stuff, we've used the closet between the beds. A nice large shower. We did lose our caddy, so when we started to South Dakota, we had to get just that. It works fine. But once again, the shower has the bar that comes way out here. Now, a couple of minor things that we have had to either replace or repair. The shower door right here on the corner where you close it. Don't know if it was a dog or a cat trying to get a drink, but that pulled loose. Used some clear Gorilla Tape on the inside and the outside, a strip down, 2 strips across, and it's been holding well. One thing that I don't understand, and this is one of the few things that I'm going to say is I'm not sure why. 5 air conditioning vents are plenty for an RV this size. What I don't understand is why they put 2 of them in the bathroom. I guess if you take a shower and it gets hot, but I like the fact they have one in the kitchen. They have one over each half of the bed, each bed, essentially in our situation. But that's
Yes.
that's something that's a little bit different. And then the low water, the freshwater drain, I replaced it, made a video about that.
In the last year, you've had to reset the...
And the slide. Yeah, the first trip of 2020 in February, we reset the slide. But I'm trying to think, other than that, I don't think there's been anything... Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you, and that is for the hot water heater.
Oh, that's a great thing too.
Having to bypass, and this is because we got some comments, people suggested this. I just took craft sticks or popsicle sticks and, okay, let's move this cat if we can. I don't know if you can see here, but I just put a screw, and so whenever I need to access this, I can just flip these, and that makes it much easier to, doing that makes it much easier to bypass a hot water heater. And we live in Texas, and so last year, all we did was blow the lines out. When the weather would be below freezing, we would blow the lines out. We did empty the hot water tank, but even with COVID-19, January and April were the only 2 months we didn't take a trip in 2020. So we use this. We use it a lot. We'll say we've replaced the tires. We put new tires on when we got it, but then we drove the Natchez Trace over to Smoky Mountains, and we took a lot of like 2-week-long trips. A lot. We used it when we were moving. So we'd put a lot of miles on there. Went to Discount Tires, asked how much tread was left.
His best guess,
We could have made it to South Dakota and back.
maybe.
But that's not the kind of thing we were willing. It was not worth the risk. It
No.
was worth paying for new tires when we knew we were going to have them when we got back, and it was peace of mind. And
Yes.
so, but
And we did add the tire pressure.
tire pressure monitors. We just decided that that was something. You can't buy everything when you're buying your RV. Well,
No.
we couldn't.
We-
We couldn't buy everything when we were buying our RV. And so that was something that we've added on. But overall, I got to tell you, we are loving, we love our Micro Minnie. Buying them used, if you can find one, is not a bad thing. We had someone comment that they bought a brand new one and they had a lot of issues. That's true of any RV. I don't know what those specific problems were. We're just telling you our experience.
And the experience, we went to look at a pickup truck one time, a new pickup truck, and the salesman said, we were talking about RVs, and he said they'd gotten a brand new one. He said, the markup on RVs is so much higher than it is on cars and trucks. And so,
But the other thing I was going to say is that with anything, a house, a car, anything, there's going to be upkeep if you're going to have
Yes.
something. And so, with an RV, you have an electric system, you have a plumbing system, you have appliances, you have furniture. So the fact that we've had a few minor repairs this year, that's a part of owning anything. And
Yes.
so we don't see that as a negative. We still love this. And our solution for having 2 vents in the bathroom is we just leave the bathroom door open when we're running the air conditioner, and that lets the cool air blow out here. But we personally, here's the solution. Here's our overall takeaway is, if you're looking for an RV, this may not be the perfect one for you
No.
if you're traveling with a lot of people or whatever. But the goal is, if you're looking for an RV, you find something that fits you and your travel style as well as this Micro Minnie fits us.
or that fits you and can be reconfigured so that it's perfect.
And that was, that's a great point, is we looked at the things that would be harder to change. The refrigerator. That's kind of it's made for that space. My Winnebago does make a twin bed model of this, but it has a dinette instead of a couch. The couch was important for us. We didn't know how much we were going to use the beds to sit. We thought we were going to have the couch as our main place to sit. We wanted something comfortable. I'm still glad we have the couch instead of the dinette.
But to have our feet propped up is wonderful.
But taking a queen bed out and converting it to twin beds really wasn't going to be as big of an issue.
No.
And so if you can find
Thank
something,
you, Billy Bates.
if you can find something that has most of the things you want and you can configure it to actually fit you, these modifications are what has made the Micro Minnie perfect for
Yes.
us. Getting the twin beds, taking out the oven. That for us was huge.
And the stove.
The stove, the stove top.
Well, the oven too.
But honestly, I'm looking for a Coleman oven to use with the camp stove, just to play around with it and try. They're out of stock everywhere I've looked. If you happen to know where one is, let us know. I just think that would be fun to play with. But anyway, we use ours. We do not live in it full time. We do not live with each other full time. But when we're traveling, this fits us like a glove.
Yeah.
So those are our views after 2 years of use. And like we said, if you're looking for one, we hope you find one that fits you as well.
Can we show them my favorite thing?
I don't know what your favorite thing is. Oh, okay. In our travels, we basically are trying to do national parks, but we are buying magnets of national parks. And then Custer State Park is so huge, we went on and got a Custer State Park. But these are the national parks that we've hit in these 2 years. And we're looking at getting a piece of metal that we can put across back there where we can continue to add magnets to it. But anyway, we hope you have enjoyed our 2-year review of our Winnebago Micro Minnie. And look forward to seeing you down the road.
Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.